Do you find that you're assertive at work or at home? And when I say assertive, do you feel that you can stand up, talk to someone who's confronting you and feel kind of okay about it without getting triggered or angry or going into panic? Because a lot of clients tell me this muscle clams up and they go really quiet, or they get really angry. Well, do you know what? Here's the thing. Neither are effective, believe me. Total waste of time. The tip here is take a deep breath, watch your body language, stand straight or sit straight, whichever, and just look that person in the eye and say, when you do this, I feel disrespected. This is my bottom line. This is not acceptable to speak to me like this. There's all sorts of ways. You label the behaviour and not the person. That's so imperative. You do not label the person. And this is not about taking other people's inventory. This is not about pointing the finger of blame, because guess what? Point the finger of blame out that way, you get 3 pointing back. It's about taking responsibility for yourself and treating people with respect, but literally ensuring that you get treated with respect. And by that I mean, teach people how to treat you. If you want to get respect, be respectful to yourself, and that means stand up and be heard. Don't get all diva-ish and get out there strutting your stuff and demanding. There's a difference between a demand and a request, by the way. But just say, this is not acceptable. I don't tolerate people speaking to me in this manner. And you know what? It's amazing the dynamics that will change. Now, at work, it can be slightly more sensitive. So if somebody's walking about being abusive or aggressive or whatever, I would really take notes on that. I would copy down lots of notes so you can keep that, because if you need to take it further, then at least you've got something documented. That's the first thing. Second thing is I would really take a stand and say something. If they keep doing it, I would go to HR or I would put in a complaint. But again, you know, it's really important to stand up and be heard. No one has the right to just crush you or rob you of self-esteem, but you need to own it. So you need to take responsibility. If it's a relationship, then, you know, if there's a guy or a girl being abusive, I would question what you're doing in that relationship, first and foremost. If it's at home with teens or with children, again, you've got to set boundaries. You've got to start laying down your bottom line. This is not acceptable. This is what I said and I expect it to be adhered to. But not in a way where you're shouting or, you know, don't raise your voice and don't go into that high-pitched tone, because that's going into a child. Be an adult. Be responsible. Voice of sanity, voice of reason, deep breath, and stand up and be very, very clear on what you're asking for. Now, to be very assertive, what you need to do is take notes about what's acceptable to you and what's not. That's really essential, because how can you go out there and say what is acceptable and what you're putting up with or tolerating if you don't know? So get very clear. It's really essential. Once you've done that and you take these tools out every day, you'll find things will just change radically. You really will, and it's the most empowering feeling. All these tips, by the way, are ways to get your confidence and self-esteem through the roof. So get going.